What's up, everybody? So I am not in Oregon right now. I am traveling, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through my little travel bag here and show you guys what I brought with me. I decided that since I was planning on trying to get around in while I was out on this trip, that I was going to bring a small bag as my carry-on and narrow it down to 10 discs. I thought that was a good round number. I probably typically carry around 18 or 20 or so during an average round when I'm at home. But I didn't want to bring my full bag by any means, and I also didn't want to bring like just 2 or 3. I wanted to have a decent setup to cover me no matter where I ended up playing. I was planning on going to one course that's kind of a big championship level course. Let's get a look at how clouds right now. It's really pretty today. And then that didn't work out that way, so I'm going to hopefully be playing around shortly here anyway, but this is what I narrowed my bag down to. I wanted to get it down to 10 discs, nice round number that was easy to just keep track of how many I got out there while I'm throwing some extra shots or whatever. So let's get into it. It's interesting to try to figure this out, and I thought it might be kind of a cool concept to throw out there for you guys to think about. Like, if you carry, over 15, say 20 discs or so, even some folks carry more than that, what would you do if you had to trim it down to 10? Where would you go with that? What would you eliminate? That sort of thing. So here's what I had carried. First of all, for my putting, I brought a Jawbreaker magnet. This is one that I'm familiar with enough that I know how it flies, but it's not my main go-to putter just because I didn't want to risk losing it. Also, since I'm narrowing down my bag, I don't have a designated straight throwing putter like a different magnet or a Pure for like kind of my straight stable shots. It's not stable, but it's not flippy either. This one being relatively fresh, since I only use it for putting at home, I know I can throw this one off the tee. It's a nice bright color, and it should fly pretty straight and have a little bit more stability than the other magnet that I brought, which is this one. This one I knew I could throw on technical approaches, short-range drives, and all the kind of stuff I use magnets for. I throw them a lot. They're probably my most thrown disc of all time. So this one for little flippy approaches, short-range shots, downhill tee shots, and any kind of tee shot where I just need to hit a gap. I'm not too concerned about getting a ton of distance. So that's in there, and I can run longer putts with this one. And then I figured it would be good. I'm also kind of testing this one. It's a Megasoft Caltrup. I'm really enjoying this Caltrup. The mold overall has just been working out really well for my bag. It's the first putter I ever got an ace with as well. So I got this Zero Megasoft one since they just discontinued the Megasoft plastic in order to just have one laying around, because I wanted it for the winter and for shots that I really need to sit and not have any kind of skip or minimal chance to stand up and roll. Then brought 2 mid-ranges. I got a mini buzz in here too, but it's not important. I got 2 mid-ranges in here. So I brought a Gobi for all of my basic straight line mid-ranges. Depending on the course, I could have easily seen myself throwing this thing on almost every shot if it's kind of a medium range accuracy type course. I throw this thing a ton. No compass. That was kind of a part where that got me into some questions, like, should I bring a compass? It's one of my go-to discs, but I've been throwing the Gobi on similar lines. The Gobi's probably a little bit farther, a little bit faster, that sort of thing. So that was kind of one part where I was kind of unsure. Same with the Jawbreaker magnet. I decided to bring that one because I'm a little bit less worried about throwing it, and then I don't have to bring a Pure, so that sort of thing. That's kind of what it took for me to kind of narrow that stuff down. And then, just as a really solid, trustworthy, consistent disc, I got an Opto Anchor in here, just because I know this thing is overstable. I'll fight the wind, and if I need it, it's the perfect disc. So that's in there. So just 2 mid-ranges, 3 putters, and then 5 drivers. I got a Fury. This was a no-brainer for me. This one's super versatile. Flippy shots, turnovers, rollers, powered down, hyzer flips through the woods with extra distance, ton of glide. I just love this disc. Extremely versatile flyer, so this is one that was definitely a no-brainer for me. I was bringing that one with me. All right. Another no-brainer was some type of thrasher. I decided on this one. This is the one I throw the most, and I was a little bit concerned about bringing some of my go-to discs on the trip just because I don't want to get anything stupid to happen and lose them, but I still felt like it made sense to have one that I'm really comfortable with. This one is my go-to straight line distance driver, so I brought that. Then, for a trespass, rather than bringing some of my old pre-Swedens or anything like that, I figured I'd just bring this prime one. It's throwing quite well. It has a great grip if it was wet, which it might be now. It's kind of drizzling as I'm filming this. And I don't care if I lose this one as much. So, still a great flying disc, good grip, good flights, but not too worried about losing it. Then, this one's relatively new to the bag, and this one will be in my main bag as well when I get back. This is a lightweight 167 gram trespass, because this one's more stable. Sometimes with the wide rim, kind of higher speed distance drivers, some of the lighter weight ones might be actually a little bit less overstable. This one, or a little bit more overstable rather. This one certainly fits that bill. 167 gram pre-Sweden trespass, less turn and a little bit more fade than some of my heavier pre-Swedens. So that's a nice disc for the bag. And then finally, I brought a Triple X. This was the one that I was like mostly sure I probably wasn't going to need, but it's one of those discs that if you do need it, it's the perfect disc. So if I have to break this out, it'll be the ideal disc for that shot. So I brought it along. That's how I narrowed my bag down to 10 discs. Let me know if you guys had to chop your bag down to 10. Have you done that before? Would you know what to carry? Do you already just carry 10 discs anyway? And you're kind of confused why people would carry any more than that? Let me know in the comments. I'll check you guys very soon. Cheers.